#1 Arizona taking that 9-game winning streak into Kansas's Allen Fieldhouse. And what would Keith Langford do in the first half? Could he pull up for a jumper, maybe go to the hole, go airborne, or would he be able to do all of the above? Well, he had a pretty good first half. KU up 8. Langford open for 4. So cross off, pulled up for a jumper. Then off the turnover, Jeff Hawkins to Langford. This counts as a nice drive to the hole. Langford scored 11 straight at one point. What about going airborne? Well, Aaron Miles here, Langford there. Kansas up 20, Langford 22 of his career high 27 coming in the first half. Second half for KU, though, a different story. Kirk Heinrich for 3. Not so much. Nick Collison will miss here. Kansas shot 65% in the first half, 29% in the second half. Meanwhile, Arizona was heating up. Salim Stoudemire. Wildcats a 10-0 run to start the second half. Arizona gets within 1, and Luke Walton's got a choice to make here. He can either go to Jason Gardner or Stoudemire. They're both open, so hit one of them. Walton picks Gardner, and like you said, he's open for 3. Wildcats up 2. Gardner, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1 circus, are you kidding me, shot.
I'm ill.
I am physically nauseous. Arizona up 5. 7 minutes to go now. Cats up 7. Nice work here by Luke. Off the Gardner miss. Crashed the boards. Offensive rebound and the putback. Walton, 11 points, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. Wildcats up 9. Final minute. Stoudemire. Oh, they forgot all about him over there. Stoudemire, career high 32. Arizona wins 91-74 after trailing by 20. Wildcats 4-0 this year versus ranked opponents.
Good one at the Peterson Event Center. Georgetown and #2 Pittsburgh. Brandon Knight to Chevy Troutman. Troutman had 20, didn't miss a shot. 5 for 5 from the field, 10 for 10 from the line. Under 8 seconds to go, Pitt by 2. Brandon Bowman and Donatas Zavaskis called for the blocking foul. Rough game, 6 players fouled out. Ben Howland trying to stir it up, and Bowman just doesn't care. Drains both. We're tied at 64. Off the inbounds, Julius Page, and he's pretty much tackled there by Drew Hall with .4 on the clock. Page going to the line, a 75% foul shooter. He's wearing a headband, and he's money. Pitt wins 65-64 to go to 5-0 in the Big East.
Let's stay in the Big East. #12 Notre Dame won at Providence Tuesday, looking for another Big East road win at Boston College, but the Eagles come back with a 13-2 run in the second half. They're up 1 after trailing by 10 at halftime. Final seconds, tied at 82. Chris Thomas looking for a game-winning shot, but that's just awful. And we're going to have to go to overtime. In OT, Matt Carroll. This one, good for 3. Make it 4! 18 for Carroll. Troy Bell has just regressed since that terrific sophomore year. Dribbles that one off his knee. Thomas finishes. He had 25 of his 28 after halftime. And Notre Dame wins at the Heights. Irish 4-1 in the Big East, 16-3 overall.
The state of Indiana aflame. #16 IU and Purdue. Gene Katie's guys unbeaten at home this season. Kenneth Lowe driving with the left hand. He made his first 6 shots, had 19 on the night. Coach, what about this Lowe guy?
Kenny got us off to a good start. He shot the ball well. And then I said at halftime, hey, somebody else besides Kenny's got to step up. And they did.
Yeah, like Chris Booker. The man's lonely, even with that big yellow arrow pointing at him. The Hoosiers don't rotate, and Booker delivers. He had 13, Purdue by 14. Later in half 2, Willie Dean grabbing some board and going coast to coast, sea to shining sea. He had 18. Purdue off to a 4-1 start in the Big Ten as they blow out Indiana by 22. How do we go? Georgia Tech
What a
at #3,
segue.
Duke. Casey Sanders blocks Barry Elder, disrespecting the Elders. And then Sheldon Williams, a season-high 18. He's up on the trampoline. Coach K said he was like a battering ram out there, the freshman. Spot shadow, please. Dante Jones rolling from one side all the way around. Chris Duhon, fade him, please. Brad Doherty, what do you got?
Chris Duhon says, Brad Doherty, just shut up and watch this. Man, Dante Jones goes above everybody.
Thank you, Brad. Duke beats the Yellow Jackets for the 13th straight time, 91-71.
To the Big 12, fourth-ranked Texas hosting number 20 Missouri. First half off the turnover, it's T.J. Ford. Texas up 14 at halftime. They forced 16 Mizzou turnovers. Second half, Ricky Clemens trying to get some back. No good. Here come the Longhorns. Ford, Brandon Mouton back to Ford. Mouton and Ford combined for 35. Longhorns have won 8 in a row. They stay unbeaten at home this season. 76-55. Mizzou has lost 3 of 4.
Number 10 Kentucky at number 13 Alabama. It's been a low tide of late, but Bama comes out smoking. Maurice Williams with the steal in the bucket, and then they start to grind to a halt. Emmett Thomas suffering deep-seated feelings of rejection. Jules Kamara gets him. Mo Williams the pass to his imaginary friend. Ernest Shelton, that's a gaff. Erwin Dudley misses the bunny. Kennedy Winston putting the oops in alley-oops. Kentucky held Bama to 24% shooting in the first half. Second half, Keith Bogans having his way with the Tide D. Bama has lost 4 of 5, their lowest scoring game in 15 years, as Kentucky wins 63-46.
Villanova at the Mall in Hartford for a date with UConn. Time winding down first half. Derek Snowden to beat the buzzer. Villanova down only 4 at halftime. Second half, though, freshman Rashad Anderson for Connecticut. 7 of 9 from the floor at a career-high 18. UConn up by 13. And here's Ben Gordon. Right there. Now, Ben is going to cut to the basket. He had 17 points. UConn wins 74-65. Villanova says goodbye to its 5-game winning streak.
Number 11, Maryland and Clemson at Little John. Travis Garrison finding Drew Nicholas spotting up for 3. Next possession, Steve Blake finding Drew Nicholas spotting up for 3. Next possession, Maryland with the steal, Nicholas. Drew just 4 of 13, but more importantly, he had a good highlight. A 15-zip run for the Terps, and then Nick Kaner-Medley, could you get that thing? Yep. Maryland up by 8, under 30 to play. Clemson down 3. Edward Scott for the tie. I'm sorry. Maryland holds on to win it 52-47.
Legendary Celtics coach Rick Pitino.
You love him.
Taking on Tennessee. Let's go back to last year.
Slade turning, dishing, good play. Hazlett knocks it down. And back. 5 seconds. Gaines. This for a 3. Oh! Yeah! 1.8 seconds to go. Tennessee timeout. How about that one, baby?
Louisville, the miracle win. What could they do with Tennessee on Saturday? Ron Slay for 3. He had 21. Vols up 41-33 at halftime. Second half. Now watch for number 21, Marvin Stone. Sets a pick for Reese Gaines. We run a picket fence on him. Gaines finishes at a game-high 22. Taquan Dean for 3. Louisville's first lead of the night. Final minute, Kendall D'Artez. And this is his only hope of the game. Money. So under 10 seconds left. Tennessee down 3. C.J. Watson misses. John Winchester going to get a shot to tie it up. Winchester! No. Louisville holds on. 72-69. Cardinals 14-1. They have won 13 in a row.
Number 15, Illinois at Penn State and State College. Sharif Chambliss for 3. The Nittany's down by just 2. Ensuing possession, freshman James Augustine. Oh, he's precocious. Augustine. The 3-point play, finally, that caps off a 14-zip run. James Augustine has taken over a highlight, 19 and 12 rebounds. And now we're just having fun. D. Brown up off the window from Luther. Head Luther. Penn State 0-5 in the Big Ten as the Illini win by 12.
Number 23, Mississippi State, hosting LSU. Under 6 minutes left. Michael Ignerski tips in 2 of his 15. Bulldogs up 14, but they would not hit another field goal for the rest of the game, so LSU comes storming back. Taurus Bright, Jamie Loretta. Loretta again. It's a 10-point lead now. 40 seconds left. Daryl Mitchell for 3. He had 10. So did Taurus Bright. It's a 4-point lead. Ronald Dupree for 3. Dupree had 15. It's a 1-point game. 6 seconds left after 2 MSU free throws. Made it a 3-point lead. Bright for the tie. Brick, take another look. He shot this with only one hand. Mississippi State holds on despite going the final 5:42 without a field goal. 17th straight win over Baylor. Kelvin Sampson going for win number 200 at Oklahoma. And SportsCenter presents Kelvin Sampson. This is your Oklahoma life. Remember 2001. Oklahoma's Big 12 championship with a win over Texas in the final. But, Kelvin, you didn't stop there. 2002, another Big 12 championship. And then the proudest moment of your career, try not to tear up, a trip to the 2002 Final Four. All right, now back to Saturday. Second half, Hollis Price finds Qantas White. Sooners roll. Coach Sampson, his 200th win in 9 seasons at Oklahoma. Congratulations, Kelvin Sampson.
On the line when Oklahoma State met Texas Tech in Lubbock. Sitting next to Eddie Sutton, that's James Dickey. He was fired by Texas Tech, and Bob Knight came in to replace him. Victor Williams to Melvin Sanders. Cowboys by 15. Sanders with 17. Off the Williams turnover, Nick Valdez to Kasib Powell. Red Raiders would trail by 6. They would go on a 21-11 run to cut it to 1.
As a senior, I got to do a better job down the stretch to take care of the ball. I mean, I'm looking at my stats here, and I thought I played an okay game, but, 8 turnovers is not a good job for a point guard.
Williams and the Cowboys would turn it around. The steal, despite his 8 turnovers, he finished with a team-high 24. Oklahoma State up 9. James Dickey and the Cowboys beat Texas Tech by 9.
Michigan State, the Wolverines, 12 straight wins, but 8 straight losses to the Spartans. Daniel Horton draining the 3. He had 17. Go late second half. 20 seconds left. Michigan State down 6. Chris Hill going to cut that in half. Leans in and gets it to go. 3-point game. 5 seconds now. 5-point game. Hill one more time for the triple. Got it. 2-point game. Hill had 20. Lot of drama here. Next Michigan possession off the inbound. Nearly stolen, but no. Michigan able to take a knee, run out the clock. They win 60-58. And go figure, fans have rushed the court at a college basketball game. Last week's Big Monday saw a buzzer beater in Miami. Overtime in Norman, Utah. UNLV going down to the wire. The excitement continues.
The Hurricanes hosting Syracuse. Second half, Canes up 2. James Jones. Look at the clock. 8 minutes, 38 seconds left to go in the game. Miami's up 4. Miami will not score again. Syracuse down 1. Hakeem Warwick. Orangemen go up 1. Miami still trying to score, down 1. Armando Surratt driving, and the rejection letter by Jeremy McNeil. And then under a minute to go, Miami still hasn't scored. Darius Rice, no. Last chance, Armando Surratt for 3. Miami, no points in the final 8 minutes and 38 seconds. 0 for 16 from the floor.
Florida State on the floor with 18th ranked Wake Forest. Second half, FSU down 2. Tim Pickett, though, stealing, and Pickett 27 points in this one. Most of any opponent against the Deacs this season. FSU up 39-38 after the free throw. 49-43. Vitas, Danilus gets loose underneath. He had 18. Wake up 51-43, adding to it. Wake up 4, watch Tim Pickett. Somebody left the back door open. You should really look for that. It's not just Princeton. Other people know that play. FSU down 52-50. Too much Wake down the stretch. Teron Downey from D. You get 3 points from there. 71-60 Wake. It's Skip Prosser, their coach. Career win number 199.
Stay in the ACC. North Carolina State. Raymond Felton from the top of the key, and he's buried the 3. More Felton. Last year's high school player of the year finished with 28, 8 of 12 from 3-point range. North Carolina by 1 at the break. Julius Hodge heating up in the second half because it's getting hot here. Hodge again. Hodge 5 from 7 from 3-point range. Finished with 30 and 10 boards late in the second half. The Wolfpack pulling away. Josh Powell finished with 17. NC State finishes off the Tar Heels 86-77.